Fans blast Savannah Chrisley monetizing Grayson and Chloe's grief. Fans are blasting Savannah Chrisley as they feel she is monetizing her younger siblings, Grayson and Chloe Chrisley's grief. She was named their legal guardian when their parents, Todd and Julie Chrisley, were sent to prison. Yet, is she exploiting their pain for her personal gain? Keep reading for more details on what is going on. Fans blast Savannah Chrisley monetizing siblings' grief. Savannah Chrisley has been called out a lot for doing some shady things for money. She recently posted a photo of herself laid up in the hospital and asked for prayers. As it turned out, she was just fine, and it was an old snap from 2020. She shares clickbait, and that does not bode well for any reality star and their credibility. Savannah has been working very hard on her podcast and raising awareness about prison reform, but mainly how she wants her parents released from jail. Todd and Julie Chrisley have been behind bars since January 2023, and she has shared their torment plus prison letters with the world. It has been a blessing for fans, but also a hindrance to the couple, as she has noted. One warden does not care for Todd, so she is very retaliatory every time Savannah says something she does not care for. Fans have told Savannah to be grateful she can see and speak to her parents, as some people do not have that privilege. Now they are slamming her for allegedly trying to monetize off of Chloe and Grayson. There is a new exercise where people write to their younger selves and they meet up with them for coffee. It is a way to show how far they have come and act as a reminder that pain does not last forever. In Savannah Chrisley's meetup, she talks about Grayson and Chloe specifically. She does not address her other siblings, but notes how Grayson would call her his savior. Unfortunately, Chloe would battle with abandonment issues. After seeing the letter on Reddit, fans were shocked that she would monetize off her siblings' pain. Leave your siblings alone. Grayson and Chloe Chrisley were minors when all of this happened and just needed to have a chance to grow up. Chloe already struggles as her biological father is Kyle Chrisley, Savannah Chrisley's oldest brother. However, he lost custody due to personal issues, so Todd and Julie Chrisley were right there. Her life has been shifted, and now she seems to appreciate all Savannah has done for her. Grayson just headed off to college and is thriving, but fans feel Savannah needs to love them and not use them. I hope she stops monetizing the grief and trauma of Grayson and Chloe. She will never not monetize a monetizing opportunity. White trash at its finest. Hopefully, when Grayson is ready, he can tell his own story and make his own money off of this whole situation. As for now, Savannah seems to hold whatever purse strings are left. Fans were left in shock as Savannah Chrisley, the daughter of Todd and Julie Chrisley, faced harsh backlash for seemingly monetizing the grief of her younger siblings, Grayson and Chloe, after the emotional and devastating conviction of their parents. The Chrisley family, known for their appearances on Chrisley Knows Best, had been at the center of a highly publicized legal battle, with Todd and Julie sentenced to prison for tax evasion. Their children, who had been thrust into the spotlight, found themselves grappling with their own personal heartbreak, yet some fans feel their grief has been exploited. The controversy began when Savannah posted a series of emotional Instagram stories in which she reflected on the family's ongoing struggles. As she tearfully recounted how difficult it was for her to watch Grayson and Chloe go through this traumatic time, many followers began to question whether Savannah was using their pain to gain sympathy and keep her public image intact. It was not the first time that the Chrisley family had been criticized for their behavior on social media, but this felt different, as fans pointed out that it seemed like an almost calculated effort to profit off of personal tragedy. Savannah, who has built a career as a television personality, podcast host, and entrepreneur, received mixed reactions from her audience. While many were supportive of her message, offering condolences and words of encouragement. Others couldn't help but feel a sense of unease. Was this genuine concern for her siblings, or was it an attempt to capitalize on a moment of pain? Why does Savannah have to make a business out of every single aspect of her life? One fan commented on an Instagram post, "It feels like she's only showing the tough stuff for views, clicks, and profit. We get it, you're going through a lot, but please leave your siblings' grief out of it." Another follower took to Twitter to express how uncomfortable they felt with the whole situation. "It's heartbreaking to watch a family go through such a public mess, but monetizing Grayson and close grief to boost your platform isn't helping anyone. Let them have their privacy, Savannah." The backlash seemed to stem from several factors, with many accusing Savannah of being too focused on building her personal brand while neglecting the emotional welfare of her younger siblings. Fans argued that by sharing their grief publicly, she was not only crossing a line but also violating the boundaries of her family's trauma. Some even went as far as to suggest that Savannah's actions mirrored a pattern of emotional exploitation, pointing to past instances where she had posted deeply personal content for social media and engagement. Savannah did not address the criticisms directly, but did post another series of Instagram stories that seemed to clarify her intentions. In one, she explained that her purpose was not to make money off the situation, but to raise awareness about the challenges the family was facing, especially the toll it was taking on Grayson and Chloe. "This is not for attention. This is real life, and I'm doing my best to protect my family and get us through this," she wrote. "Grayson and Chloe are struggling, and I'm going to fight for them every step of the way. It's painful to see them hurt, but if my platform can help, I'll use it. I'm just trying to be there for them." Despite her assurances, the damage was done. The comments continued to flood in, with fans expressing both empathy for her situation and skepticism about her motivations. A few even questioned whether Savannah was using the family's grief as a stepping stone to her next business venture. As someone who had previously launched a beauty brand and spoken publicly about her goals to create a platform for other young women, there were some who felt that this too was just another strategy for self-promotion. But there were also those who defended Savannah, claiming that she had every right to share her struggles and use her platform to gain support. "She's doing what she can to hold it together and keep things going for her family," one supporter wrote. "We can't expect her to just fall apart and disappear. She's trying to stay strong, and sometimes that means using the tools available to her, even if it's uncomfortable for us to watch." This divide in public opinion raised larger questions about privacy, grief, and the responsibilities of public figures. Should Savannah have kept her siblings' struggles off social media entirely? Or is it acceptable to lean on a vast audience for help when facing personal trauma? Fans seem to struggle with balancing empathy for the Chrisley family's difficult situation and the discomfort of feeling like they were being asked to witness such intimate moments in the public eye. The situation was complicated further by the fact that Todd and Julie Chrisley were not just ordinary reality TV stars. Their rise to fame had been built on a very public brand of family dynamics, an idealized version of Southern living, extravagant shopping trips, and humorous interactions. Fans had watched the family grow close-knit and strong, only to now see it unravel under the pressure of legal issues and the emotional toll of impending incarceration. For some, the news felt like a betrayal, as the once glamorous life they had come to love was now overshadowed by scandal and personal loss. For Grayson and Chloe, who had grown up in the spotlight, the sudden shift from being TV personalities to victims of a media circus must have been disorienting. The young ones, who were used to the attention of the cameras, were now left in a vulnerable position as their world came crashing down. While Savannah might have seen herself as their protector, some fans thought that a different kind of protection was needed, one that did not involve the public eye. In the aftermath of the public outcry, Savannah tried to reset her focus, emphasizing her role as a sister and guardian to Grayson and Chloe. She posted more content about her family's efforts to heal, but without the same emotional appeal that had sparked the initial controversy. Whether she would change her approach in the future remained unclear, but one thing was certain. Fans were watching closely, and they were not afraid to speak out if they felt her actions crossed a line. For many, this situation brought to light the complexities of being a public figure in the age of social media, where every personal moment could be turned into content. The line between authenticity and exploitation was blurry, and the Chrisley family saga seemed to be yet another example of how difficult it was to navigate those waters.